I got that California.
What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotics, bringing you our Week 11 battle for Season 2 of the PCL. Today we're facing off against Milotics, coach of the Exeter Chief Electivires. We're playing on Showdown this time because, well, Julia just got back from vacation around the time we're supposed to play, and I just felt I'd rather spend more time with her than I would playing Mons. So we actually ended up having to play a bit after the deadline, and just time zones ended up being a bit of a problem. So we have a game on Showdown for you guys today, but I hope you guys don't bother. Hope you guys don't care about it too much, I guess is how I want to say it. Sorry, I've just been really weird today. But anyways, we're playing against this team. It is a rematch. We have not played Melon before. We played this team before, and it is slightly different than the team we played against last time. He did make some transactions when he took over from Mike, but it's still scary nonetheless. And we'll get into his team right now. So his team is Kieran Black with Z-Moves, Zerkatry, Salazzle, Klefki, Hitmontop, Cradilli, Landwerside with Sheer Force, Tapu Fini, Stelton with Z-Moves, Gothitelle with Shadow Tag, and Mega Tyranitar. While we have a team of Tapu Koko, Hawlucha, Nidoqueen, Snorlax, Alolan Persian, Gourgeist, Victini, Skarmory, Manaphy, Raichu Alolan, and Mega Altaria and Raichu Alolan form, and Manaphy are our Z users. Now, I brought a very similar team to the one I brought against Mike. It's actually so similar, it's the exact same 6 Mons with very similar sets, and pretty much all of them are exactly the same. So we'll get into it right now. Starting off though, we have our Tapu Koko here, which was our win con in last time's battle, and we actually did really good with that set. We had Iron Defense, Calm Mind, Roost, and Dazzling Gleam. The speed is there for Landorus Eye, and we have Shucker Berry, which allows us to always live a Earth Power from a Life Orb Landorus no matter what, which is very, very important because that thing is a huge threat. After that, we have our Choice Banded Hawlucha. This is a really strong set against this team. He really has no good answers to fighting types except for the Gothitelle now, but we have U-Turn, and hopefully we can just avoid getting trapped in by that thing because I don't want it setting up on me. Like, I've used Shadow Tag Gothitelle before in the past, and it is such a strong Mon, especially if used in the right way, because if you can't run Shadow Tag on all of your Mons, you can't run U-Turn or Volt Switch on all of your Mons, so you really gotta play well around it, or else it'll just sweep you. Then we have our Victini here, which is Choice Scarf this week. We have V-Create, U-Turn, Bolt Strike, and Facade. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the Hawlucha also has speed for the Landorus Eye. Then we have Victini, again, like I said. This did originally have speed for the Mega Medicham, but that's no longer on his team, so we now have speed for the Kieran Black. Again, V-Create, U-Turn, Bolt Strike, and Facade. We then have our Watarian Z Manaphy, which is Timid Nature, and has speed for a max speed Zerkatry, I believe it is. We have Tail Glow, Rest, Rain Dance, and Surf. It's basically just meant to set up all over his team. At this point, when I built this this Pokemon, he didn't have Cradilli on his roster, but now he does have it, so we basically have to get rid of that before this thing goes to work. Then we have our Nidoqueen, which is Yachi Berry. This is our lead. It is Toxic Spikes, Stealth Rocks, Ice Beam, and Taunt, and that's a lie. I took off Toxic Spikes and I put on Earth Power. I took off Toxic Spikes because of the Salazzle, which is a huge problem for me because I did not speed it with my Hawlucha. I did not speed it with my Koko, and my Koko just gets obliterated by it, and kind of so does Hawlucha and everything else on my team. So having Earth Power there as a nice backup is nice to have, just in case the thing gets a little bit out of hand. And then finally, we have blue, our Mega Altaria, which is Return, Dragon Dance, Roost, and instead of Refresh this week, we are running Earthquake. Last time we played against Mike, Refresh came in clutch, but now we need Earthquake again for that Salazzle, and thankfully he did not bring the Klefki, thankfully he did not bring the Salazzle, but he did bring the Cradilli, and he did bring the Shadow Tag Gothitelle, and the Landorus Eye, and oh boy, a lot of scary Mons on his team, so we might as well just go ahead and get started right now. So looking at his team here, I'm thinking my best option is to lead off with my Nidoqueen, which is exactly what I'm going to do, as he actually ends up leading off with his Landorus Eye, which I did not expect at all because, I mean, Landorus is usually kind of kept in the back a bit, not really used to just, like, be super offensive. The way I see it used a lot is just to pick things off towards the end of the game, middle of the game, end of the game, but he leads off with it. Now I'm thinking, I can just sack off my Nidoqueen. I need to get rid of this Landorus just in case he goes for the knockoff. If he does go for the knockoff, whew, thank you. I can just obliterate this thing right now and get rid of it. So that's my play here. I'm going to click the Ice Beam. But unfortunately for me, he switches out and he goes into the Gothitelle, and this thing will trap me in. Now, Nidoqueen, ideally, is the one Mon that would get set up on by the Gothitelle on my team outside of a Hawlucha that's locked into anything but U-Turn. So that's why I'm a little bit wary of this. But I think he's going to go for the Calm Mind here, and so I'm going to click the Taunt. And you can see he's leftovers, which is good information to find out, and he does, we do go for the Taunt, and unfortunately for us, he does not go for the Calm Mind, he goes for the Psychic, and from his damage I can find out that he actually has a no, or min, or very little special attack Gothitelle, which is nice to have. Now I'm going to set my Rocks instead of getting damage off on this thing. I felt like Rocks were more important to break the sashes on anything, and just do damage to Kyurem and Fini, and just everything else. It would be really nice to have. So he's going to get back to pretty much full after that hit from Nido Queen, the Ice Beam. And I can go to my Altaria, and because he is no special attack, I can just set up all day on that thing. But unfortunately, he goes into Tapu Fini, which I kind of expected, but we should be able to live any one hit from this thing unless he's like specs, which I don't see at all, and especially because he did reveal the leftovers there. I can now go for a return here, which is going to do a clean around 50-ish% to him. And thankfully we have rocks up, because without rocks, he would not be in range of this next hit. It's guaranteed to KO. I think the minimum hit was like 49.3-ish%. So it'd be really useful to have really useful to KO this thing, because now he can't just shuffle around the terrains. So he always has to be wary and afraid of the Coco Lucha core going in on him. Anyways, in comes the Landorus here, and again, the way he switched out of the Nido Queen made me think he's not Scarfed, because he might think that I'm Scarfed, or that I'm Yachiberry, or that I'm Shuckaberry. But I think he's gonna think that I think he thought that I was Scarfed. That's why he's going into this thing. He's gonna try and make me think that he's Scarfed. I don't think he is though. So I'm gonna go for the return here. It should KO, but unfortunately he is Scarfed, and he goes to the Earth Power, which will obliterate us. Now, the good news is I can go right into my Hawlucha here. Hawlucha will be able to be free against him. I click U-turn. It'll do a ton of damage to everything else. We have super effective against everything on his team except for the Kyurem and the Landorus too. So we do a clean 50-ish% to the Gothitelle, and we can go right into our Victini and click the V-Crate, which is going to nuke something. It's going to 2KO something except for the T-Tar. Everything else gets 2KO'd. So in comes Cradilly. I don't know why he went Cradilly first. I thought he was going to go T-Tar first, but V-Crate comes out and is going to do tons of damage to him. And we still outspeed him because we were obviously Scarfed, and this thing's just going to drop to another V-Crate. So I click that button again, and he's going to switch out to this Tyranitar, which I did not expect at all. I don't know why he did that, because he lost like 80-ish% on his Cradilly for nothing, that means. Anyways, we're now at -2 on our special attacks, on our special defense, and speed. And here comes the T-Tar, which is known for having Pursuit. So I don't know if he's going to go for the Pursuit here. I don't know if he's going for the Dragon Dance, but I do know losing my Victini here with a chance to get rid of him later on is more important than potentially getting swept by a Dragon Dance T-Tar right now. So I'm going to just stay in, and I'm going to I'm going to switch out, and I'm going to go with my Manaphy here. The reason for that is because if he does go for the Pursuit here, then he KOs me, and he doesn't go for the Dragon Dance. If he goes to the Dragon Dance, which you're going to see he's going to Mega Evolve and do, I get my Manaphy for free, which could live a hit depending on his spread. I don't know what his spread is. I don't know if I would live a hit if he was adamant or not. I'm hoping I could, and you're going to see we actually do live a +1 Stone Edge, and we can fire off our Z Surf here, which is going to nuke this Tyranitar. So excellent, that threat is gone. But unfortunately for us, we are going to drop to Sand now, which is, it sucks. I mean, I would like to have Manaphy around a little bit longer to change the weather, to potentially rest up against Cradilly, but he goes into his Landorus here, and in comes my Tapu Koko. I felt like this was my best option because I don't know what else he has. I can't go into my Hawlucha because I know he's Scarfed, and if he has Psychic, he'll obliterate me. Can't go into my Victini because he'll outspeed me, and he'll go for the Earth Power and KO me. This is the only Pokemon on my roster that won't die to a single hit from this thing, so I have to go into it, and I have to click the Dazzling Gleam here. If I had him by Ice, I would click it, but I don't, so I'm going to click the Dazzling Gleam here, and he's going to go for the Sludge Wave, which is going to bring us down almost to the point where Sand will KO us, and Dazzling Gleam will bring this thing down super low, enough to the point where he only has, I believe, 2 or 3 more switches on rocks left. I think it's 2 more switches on rocks left, that's it, yeah. But he goes into his Cradilly here, which I did not expect at all. Okay, so I go with my Victini. He did go for the Sludge Wave, which means my Victini could come in. It does get 2 KO'd by the Sludge Wave, so that's why I don't know why he switched out. But my play was basically just go into Victini, sack it off, and then go into my Hawlucha and just U-turn around basically on his team, which could have, I guess, worked maybe, but I think if he stayed in, he had it there. But doesn't matter, he goes just Cradilly, I click the U-turn here, and at this point Sandstorm will subside, and he's going to actually switch out into his Kyurem Black, which I will take because my Koko can't KO a Kyurem Black, it's not guaranteed at least, after Rocks. It is guaranteed to KO him right now, unless he's Assault Vest or Rosella Berry, so the U-turn damage is really important basically. So I go for the U-turn, the Volt Switch here, the Dazzling Beam, jeez, and we do pick up the KO on the Kyurem. In comes the Landorus here. This thing's just going to KO me. I don't know what he's going to go for. I just want to see what he's locking himself into. And he goes for the U-turn. So it's good to know that he has U-turn, but he does only have 1 more switch in on the hazards left. After that, he has to stay in or he drops. So that's good information to know again. And he brings in his Gothitelle. And we already know that Gothitelle will drop to a Choice Banded U-turn. So that's what I'm going to do here. I go into my Hawlucha, click U-turn here, and we're going to pick up a KO on this thing. And Hawlucha, I believe, picks up its first KO of the match, which is excellent. So we U-turn out, we go into our Victini now. He's going to go into his Landorus probably, but no, he goes into his Cradilly. I don't know why he did that. I think he might have thought the game was over, but whatever. I go for the U-turn and we pick up the KO there. And I can go into my Hawlucha, And the game at this point is over because there's nothing he could do that will KO both my Victini and my Hawlucha. I don't think this thing gets Power Gem, so we should be fine. I don't think Power Gem will O-code my Hawlucha anyways. But he does go for the Psychic here, and that will KO my Hawlucha, and in comes Victini again. And I can just click the Facade, and I can just pick up the kill right here and win the game, because Psychic, you're going to see, does less than 20%. So that's the game, guys. We managed to pick up a 1-0 win against Milotics and his Exeter Chief Electivires. Really happy with how this went. Obviously, I brought a very similar team to the one I brought last time, and Melon has had a completely new experience playing against my team. So I hope you enjoyed the battle. GG, man. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, good luck in your chase with playoffs. I know it's him versus Obo right now for the final playoff spot. The winner of that game, I think, makes playoffs, which is pretty cool. We have a play-in game for the playoffs. So I love seeing that. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on the video. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. I make tons of Pokemon content that I'm sure you will all love. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time.